You should see lots of animals.
If you look to the right, against the wall there, little brown animal. That is a yellowback duiker. A duiker is a small forest antelope. About 20 species of them, and the yellowback is the largest. Watering holes like the one we're approaching are very important gathering places for animals all across Africa. It's a great place for us to get a rarer sighting, maybe like a black rhino. Now that would be very rare. There are only about 4,200 black rhino left in Africa today. Hundreds of thousands of them have been poached for their horns. These beautiful creatures can weigh 3,000 pounds, charge at 35 miles an hour, and they have an inch-thick hide, which makes them nearly indestructible to all predators, except for poachers. There's one right there.
Sloppy eater.
One of the other.
We're gonna get a picture of this earlier.
Dancing for you.
I think those are some nice vultures.
Can you see those antelope up there? Yeah, on the right-hand side, it's two very light brown antelope top of the hill.
Yeah, can you see them, Ken?
Those are greater kudu. They're the second largest species of antelope out here. It's really hard to see though. I feel bad if you couldn't see him. Yep, one more rhino on top of the hill on the left. You can just see his butt though.
Oh yeah. That's stone.
Alrighty, we're headed out of the forest towards the Safi River. The water's nice and low right now. We should be able to drive right through it. Hopefully we'll find some hippos on the way. Hippos are one of the biggest animals in Africa. A fully grown adult male tips the scales at about 5,000 pounds. How in the world does any animal get that big? They start out as 85-pound babies and they eat about 150 pounds of grass every night. And they spend all day in the water. They're not even very good swimmers. What hippos do is they sink to the bottom of the river and they'll walk through it along the bottom instead of actually swimming. They can hold their breath for 8 minutes at a time.
Look at them all.
Yeah, great picture.
No, they're African pelicans. Look
Look at all the dirt people.
Something's about to die.
You guys are doing a great job of staying seated. Please continue to do so as we cross this bridge. These are Nile crocodiles. They are much larger and more aggressive than American alligators. Each one of their jaws is about 1,200 pounds of pressure per square inch. And they'll grow to
Look,
be about
look. Look. Oh, he's smiling for you.
Yeah, those are the people on the jungle thing.
This is Simba One, Wilson. Over.
Just wanted to let you know that my ground patrol has seen a lot of elephant activities in the Red Clay Pit.
Oh,
Definitely want to check out that area.
Alright, sounds good to me, Wilson. I'll have to check that out. You guys want to go find some elephants? Yeah. Alright.
no,
This tree
elephants
here
are stupid.
on our right-hand side, this is called a baobab. These trees are thousands of years old, and they look like they're upside down because they go without their leaves for about 9 months out of the year, and they can store water inside their trunk.
I've lived here for 12 months a year. And
Coming up here on my favorite view on the entire reserve, the Serengeti grasslands. They stretch for hundreds of
even
miles
real.
across East Africa. Some of our favorite animals like elephants, lions, and giraffe.
They do
It
have
also
real
acts as a
baobabs
superhighway
at
for migrating
the land,
animals,
though.
and this is the wild Africa that we are working so hard to conserve.
Antelope.
These first animals that we can see on the right-hand side are called sable antelope. They're the emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve.
I got it. I think it's
There's a very unique landscape in this area. It's actually shaped by the animals that live here. Giraffe are the pruning shears of the savanna. They trim the leaves off the trees, and that lets light shine onto the underbrush where zebra and antelope eat the grass. And then little nibblers like warthog and gazelle trim the edges. So in a balanced ecosystem, there is enough food for everybody. Whoa, looks like that giraffe has no head. Has a head though.
headless giraffe. Oh, they're rare.
That was crazy.
They don't live for long.
There it is.
About 3
This is a
minutes.
reticulated giraffe we're going to pass on the left-hand side.
On the left side.
Reticulated giraffe are the tallest animals in the entire world, at about 20 feet as a fully grown adult male.
Hello, Mr. Giraffe.
Out there on the left you can see some Thompson's gazelle. They are very small, very cute. Kind of look like babies, but they're fully grown at that size. These big piles of dirt are termite mounds. Termites make these out of soil and their acidic saliva. They bake in the sun, get hard as concrete. Elephants like to use them as scratching posts, and then once they wear down, little gazelle will jump up on top of them and use them as lookouts.
Have neat faces. They're very soulful.
Look, Dad, you're going to be up on the right. No, maybe not. No, we're not going down here.
On our right-hand side, you can see some Ankoli cattle. Their horns can grow to be 6 feet long and 20 inches around at the base, but they're hollow. They use them like radiators. Their blood can flow to their horns to cool off and come back down, therefore cooling off their bodies.
They have trouble with the doors.
On the left, we can see some white-bearded wildebeest underneath these bushes over here. They have the largest migration of any animal in Africa. About 1.5 million migrate across the savannah 365 days a year. They never stop, but they're always on the search for new sources of food. On the right, you can see some elands. Those are the largest antelope in Africa. And on the left is a Maasai giraffe. Maasai giraffe are a different species than the one we already saw. You can tell this one's darker brown with smaller, more jagged spots.
He's checking us out. Oh, there's another one.
This is the most giraffe. I know. I don't remember seeing wildebeest.
I think they let more giraffes out today.
Yeah, Kenny Lenz is coming. Send out the giraffes. All of
I
them.
think what they told them is, look at you guys, you've been slacking on. There's been a lot of complaints there.
Zimmerman, this is Wilson. What is your location? Over.
Monkey Point, heading for Elephant Country, Wilson.
Keep your eyes open for me.
This is where the mangroves are.
Wandering off on its own. Because
That doesn't sound too good. We'll definitely keep an eye on your back, Steve Wilson. Sounds like we're on high alert for poachers here, folks, so we don't have to see anything. On the left, you might be able to see a mandrill or two. Looks like there's a couple of them underneath these trees. Mandrill are the largest monkeys in Africa. They're the ones with
See,
the red
that's where
big
Fiki.
faces.
He's a mandrill. I win.
I'm gonna turn the radio on. Get a little music going for us here.
That water's so bad.
No, you really don't. Where's the elephants?
Okay, so I know this bridge doesn't look very sturdy, but it really does the job. We get over it just fine every time we come out here, so no need to worry.
No, no. Oh, I just crushed my left hand.
Told ya. Now, these are the red clay pits. Elephants love to hang out here. They actually eat the clay and it gives them moisture and minerals. Kind of like a vitamin. You can see where they dug it out there with their tusks. Both male and female African elephants have ivory tusks, and that unfortunately makes them a big target for poachers. Researchers in our village are studying them every day, trying to find new and better ways to protect them.
He's waving.
There's a little elephant. I wonder if there's any mommy elephants around here. African elephants travel in herds that consist of the mothers and their offspring. Their babies stay with them for 15 years. It's the longest adolescence of any animal after humans.
He sucked something off the ground and put it in his
Kids do 45.
The males are solitary. They don't travel with the rest of the herd, so any other ones we find out here are probably mothers and their babies. Oh yeah, there is a little baby. See the one that's sitting in the shade there?
It's family.
I think that's older brother. That one. Like your little sister. There's a flock of greater flamingo here at the watering hole. These are the lightest pink of all the flamingo species.
I don't care if
They
flamingo.
get their color from their diet. They eat a lot of brine shrimp, and the vitamin A and keratin in the shrimp changes the color of their feathers. Kind of like how if you eat too many carrots, then your skin will turn orange. Have you ever heard that? Yeah, just like that. They
Like
eat too
George
much shrimp, and
Hamilton.
it turns their feathers pink.
It's Snooki. I really don't like that the vultures are circling.
You don't like what?
That there's vultures circling everywhere out here.
Ooh, looks like we found a white rhino. And a herd of addax. Addax are desert-dwelling antelope that can go their entire lives without drinking any water.
Oh, he's charging
They
butts.
get all the water that they need from the food that they eat.
They never have to have a drink of water. I bet Peacock didn't know that.
Right on the road. What?
We're going to tell him something.
go. Oh, it walked over there while we were waiting for these others. So white rhino are very precious to us here in Africa because we almost lost them to poaching. They were hunted to near extinction, and recently their numbers have been brought back to a sustainable level thanks to conservation and anti-poaching laws. They are one of Africa's greatest success stories.
Zimbabwe, I see you at the junction. I suggest you go west. It will be worth it.
Alright, west sounds great, Wilson. Look on this rock right here.
Leopard. Or cheetah. It's the best view I've ever seen of the cheetah.
Cheetah are the fastest land animal. They can run 70 miles an hour for short distances. And they're daytime hunters, unlike other big cats. They use their eyesight to hunt instead of their sense of smell.
That rock has an access panel.
This large rock structure is called a kopje. Kopjes stand high out above the savanna, and every once in a while you might be able to find a lion on top of a kopje. It's pretty rare. Lions are nocturnal animals. They sleep for about 20 hours a day while the sun's out, and they wake up at night to go hunting. We know that the lioness is the hunter for the pride, and the lion's job is to protect his territory and his family, his source of food. Yeah, there's one on the edge right there.
Sleepy, it's hard to be now.
I love how people are always disappointed that the lions are like, you know, not very active. Would you
There's a
rather have
warthog
them,
over
you
here
know,
on
like
the left.
running at the
Warthogs
truck
are
and
the
like
world's largest burrowing
snarling and
mammal.
roaring?
They dig their
Because
burrows
I
with their
would
tough
crap
snouts, and
myself.
then they back up into them, and that leaves their tusks exposed for protection against lions and hyenas. These animals are called bantabak, over here on the right. Bantabak are extinct in the wild. Can't find them anywhere else except on protected reserves like this one. There's an ostrich over here, too. Ostrich are the biggest birds in the world, and they have wings, but they can't fly. They're too heavy, but they can run 40 miles an hour to make up for it.
Zimbabwe, there are poachers in the area. Can you help us cut them off?
Oh my gosh, there's poachers out here? Of course we can, Wilson. Right there, Candy, right there. Ooh, this doesn't sound good, folks. Poachers mean really bad news for these animals, so we're gonna chase them down. Because just look at what they did to this gate. Oh my goodness. Alright, this is taking us off the reserve. It might get a little bit bumpy. Probably hold on to something.
The poachers are heading east. Keep going, and you drive them to my control. Over.
Roger that, Wilson. We're on our way. Whoa, geysers. This might get a little rough here, folks.
Where's my seatbelt?
I think I see something up ahead. This is the poacher's camp. Doesn't look too good, Wilson. They might be too late.
Oh, not to worry. You drop them right into my control.
Alright, don't let them get away.
The poachers ran, but they won't get far. We located the mountain elephant. Thanks to you, they are now both safe. Asante Sana, everyone.
Asante Sana, Wilson. Glad we can help.
I have to go now. We have to get this baby elephant back to its mother.
Awesome job, folks. Thank you so much for helping us. You're all conservation heroes in my book, and it just goes to show that wherever you are, you can help wild things in wild places. Now, it looks like we're a bit off our scheduled track. I'm going to have to take you to the next Warden's Post, and from there it should be just a short walk back to Harambe. For more up-close encounters with animals, check out the Pangani Forest Trail. That's where you can see gorillas, mole rats, meerkats, and lots of other animals that we didn't see out there on safari. And if you had fun, come back and see us again, because no two safaris are ever the same. And that's all thanks to the animals. Asante sana, folks. Have a great afternoon.